What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Joel here. Have you ever looked on eBay for an exhaust for your Sportster or other Harley and found all these cool pie cut exhausts listed, all shipping from Indonesia? Well, I have. I've always wanted to know what they're like. So, I'm going to order one and find out. So come along, let's see. I have this Sportster that I'm working on, and it has a set of Slims front fins that go on the front of the frame. Really like the way they look, and unfortunately most exhausts kind of cover up a large portion of those fins. So I need an exhaust where the front cylinder kind of tucks in so it's not covering up that fin that Slim made. So I went on eBay and I looked for ones that looked like they would work. I found one, and I reached out to the seller to ask to make sure that it would fit my bike. The thing that concerned me the most is that it's listed as like 1999 to 2022 or something like that, which is kind of weird because that's like mostly rubber mounted Sportsters and then a few of the final years of the solid mounted ones. Just kind of a strange thing. So when I reached out to the particular seller that I chose, I wanted to make sure that it would clear the rear master cylinder, because on those rubber mounted Sportsters, they relocated them so they're kind of tucked away, and so an exhaust can kind of fill in that area where that rear master normally occupies. The seller assured me that it would fit. I sent him a picture. In the picture I pointed to exactly where that rear master cylinder is and said it really needs to clear this. Will it clear this? They said it'll clear. So I went ahead and ordered it. So here's the seller that I bought from. He's got all these cool exhausts. They're all pie cut, stainless steel, fancy stuff. So here is the one that I ultimately landed on purchasing. It's a 2-in-1. This will make it so that it's not covering up that fin that Slim made I was talking about. And I kind of like the 2-in-1. This bike's a little bit more sporty looking. And here's what I'm talking about. It says, you know, up to year 2022, but then also it fits like, you know, all the years of Sportsters essentially, which is a little bit weird. And so I was concerned that this spot right here may interfere with that rear master cylinder. So I'll be curious to see when I get it how that works and if it does in fact clear that rear master. So when I reached out to the seller, I asked how long it would take. The listing says it could take like, I don't know, 30 days, 40 days, something like that. So I reached out and said, how long will it actually take? I need this by the end of the month. This was the beginning of December. He said 2 weeks to make and a week to ship. So we'll see when it gets here and how long it takes and all the good stuff. So stay tuned. Alright guys, well, 11 days later and the exhaust is here. Pretty amazing. 11 days from when I ordered it on Saturday until it's in my hands from Indonesia. So let's take a look and see. I will say, doesn't really bode well for the packing job. You can hear stuff rattling around, but that's okay. It is what it is. We'll see how it goes. So let's open it up. There it is. Looks like it's all been plastic wrapped. At least they put a little packaging on the muffler parts. Collector, bracket and springs. Okay, so kind of nice. It came with the exhaust flanges. logo. No baffling. There's a little bit of looks like fiberglass baffle in there, but otherwise it's pretty much just straight shot through. There's the exhaust. Excited to get this on and see if it all works out. I'm so worried about how it's going to interfere with the rear master cylinder, but the seller assured me that it would work, so let's find out. All right, so got the exhaust all mounted up on the bike, all dialed in. So here's a couple of my insights on it. They do touch a little bit right in there. Just an end of the world, it's fine. The springs, they probably could have been a little bit longer. Overall, decent. The bracket that they provided did not work, so I had to make my own bracket, as you can see there. Also, even though when I ordered it, it had a little bit of a kick up in the picture, they had to make it go straight because of the rear brake master, which is fine, except it's so low that going around and leaning almost at all causes me to scrape the exhaust. So I've already scraped multiple times, even though I've barely taken the bike out at all since putting it on. But for the price, pretty decent. So would I buy another exhaust on eBay from the boys in Indonesia? I probably would, yeah. Pretty happy with the way this came out. Pretty happy with the experience overall. Looks great. You know, besides the little issue with it scraping, you know, my bike is lowered. Even though the picture had to have a kick up, I understand why they did it. But I would probably ask them to try to push it back a little bit and kick it up. So for the next time, I'll probably do that. But the experience was great. Very responsive. They knocked it out super quick. Like, from the time I ordered to the time I had it in my hands was 2 weeks, which extremely fast, especially considering it came from across the world. So I would recommend it. You know, also the thing with eBay is their rules and the way they operate is really in favor of buyers. So had this not worked out, I think I could have easily gotten a refund. So that's why I felt pretty comfortable doing it, even though the seller didn't have a lot of feedback, and I don't know anybody that's ordered one from the eBay Indonesian seller. So I'd recommend it. I'll put a link in the description with the seller's info. The guy that I talked to on eBay sent me his Instagram. It's kind of like his personal Instagram. Not much info on the exhaust he makes, but there's a little bit there. So I'll link all that stuff in the description, and, you know, I'd recommend checking out if you're looking for an exhaust. Willing to spend some money, but not like the big bucks that a lot of the like 2-in-1 exhausts cost. So yeah, thanks for watching. Till next time.